How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
I'm fierce, and also don't mess with my family.
Mm-mm.
Is that like a Real Housewives thing?
Like an intro? Sure, why not?
Bunk, 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 bunk. Apples.
Well, this one will be peaches.
Peaches.
Oh.
We're continuing our two-part The Real Housewives of Horror podcast series with I Know Who Killed Me, starring Kenya Moore.
Starring.
Featuring one scene with Kenya Moore, but a lot of scenes with Lindsay Lohan.
Yes.
And Neil McDonough.
Yeah.
Amy?
Yeah.
You're here.
That's me.
Andy's here.
My hands are down my pants.
Oh,
Mikey B.
That's me.
Kelley K.
I Know Who Killed Me. It was this movie, and I died of boredom.
And I'm Freddy.
I was hoping you were going to continue the Real Housewife taglines.
We should.
It's a dream.
Amy, what's your...
Well, I wanted to have done that. That was my whole idea for these shows, is we would record our own housewife intros, but I couldn't think of anything.
Why don't you just read... We'll read ingredients in the style of Real Housewives. Honey roasted mini sesame chips.
Seriously?
It doesn't have to be that.
Yeah, I don't want it anymore. Soybeans.
Soybeans.
Okay, I'll read this Monopoly block. This box.
Yeah.
2 to 6 players, ages 8 and up.
That's a good. He did it good.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
So each.
I didn't get to do one?
Oh, go ahead.
Kelley?
He's gonna read a Horror Hound magazine.
Yeah.
I can't read this right, and it's too small. I'm a diva.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, he did it.
Remix.
Mike.
There was an I'm a Diva line in the Horror Hound magazine? Oh my gosh. What were they writing about?
I know, it's so weird. The small writing is what they were writing about.
Krampus greeting cards. I don't even send them myself.
Oh!
The conceit of the opening sequences of all the Real Housewives is that it ends with them all holding something in their hands. Like New York, they hold apples.
Because it's the Big Apple.
You know.
Atlanta, they hold peaches.
Oh, that's funny right now because I'm holding my balls.
There you go.
Michigan, they hold a bottle of tainted water.
So what?
I see that, Andy.
What would
definitely see that?
You be holding for Cincinnati?
Skyline chili.
Yeah,
a three-way?
No, just the chili dripping out from between your fingers.
Just like a slice of Geta.
Oh, I want that
now. Oh, a Buckeye. Well,
a pig's head.
Yeah.
Amy, this one's only for you probably, but
No.
I don't think anybody who's a true fan of Desperate Housewives hasn't dreamed of one day having their own tagline.
Oh, for sure. We've
or
talked
Real
about it a
Housewives.
million times.
Desperate Housewives.
They are
Desperate
desperate.
Housewives. They're desperate.
No, they really
They're something.
are.
They are indeed.
I do love the idea of somebody holding a handful of Cincinnati chili.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
turning
do it.
around at the camera.
It's just a three-way in their hand, like made in their hand.
Yeah, it's like
Spaghetti
no, just the
hanging
chili,
out.
nothing. Or
No
the spaghetti.
no cheese?
No, maybe the spaghetti would be hanging
You
out
gotta
of
have
it.
the cheese.
Gotta have cheese.
You can have a coney in your hand.
Right, and a little hot
Yeah,
sauce
they won't
on the
know what
other
it is
hand.
if you don't have the cheese.
And they turn around, they're like, who do you think's going to ruin my party?
Oh,
That was good, Freddie.
There you go. You came back.
That'd be a good one.
Nice.
Real Housewives of Cincinnati.
I'm living as an heiress in Cincinnati.
Oh, because you're living on the air.
Cincinnati. WKR me.
Oh!
And then you turn around and you've got a bunch of spaghetti and chili dribbling out of your hand.
It would all be like teachers from SCPA, just like dance teachers. And it's like city council members.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Truly.
P&G executive wives.
Outrageous. So, welcome to the show, everybody. How we doing?
Real good.
Yeah. I just woke up, so
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
I'm real sleepy.
I'm real tired because
I'm tired.
we had to get up and watch this movie.
Yeah.
We got to get up early and watch I Know Who Killed Me.
Yeah. We had bagels and we watched I Know Who Killed Me.
Bagels.
And then my bagel fell. Both of my bagels fell face
Under
down.
the ground.
Yeah.
That was so sad.
Man, that is sad.
It was
Not
his second bagel though
Yeah.
that he dropped.
But it was not just one bagel. I mean, side of it.
it was
It was
two
both
halves.
sides.
Yeah,
of
it's
they landed-
basically like two bagels.
They landed butter side down, and Andy's like, I think I can still eat them. They haven't been on the ground that long. And he picks them up, and there's dog hair.
Yeah, listen, I
This
understand
house.
that feeling when that happens. It really is like a true moment of deep heartbreak.
Yeah.
You see your food going, and you're like, no. It's
Yeah.
worse when it's pizza. Like that, there's no coming back from that. But it's
Well,
just like, no.
I feel pizza, you can brush the stuff off, but this was
Yeah.
cream cheese and butter. It's stuck to this stuff.
What if it lands crust side down? The pizza's still good, I think.
Pizza's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Easy.
toenail
It depends on
clippings?
your floor,
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah,
This is
I
more of
dropped
a-
a Chipotle once, and that was crushing.
Oh,
it was crushing.
God.
This is more indictment on your cleanliness.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
no,
true.
I
We need a
agree.
Roomba.
No, I have 2 dogs. It's never going to be okay here.
Yeah, never eat anything off my floor.
I cat hair
Never-
probably.
Yeah.
But you know what? I have 2 dogs
3
too,
times a
and I
day.
probably ingested a lot of dog hair.
Oh, I'm constantly breathing it in, I think. It's just floating through the air.
Like cheese sawdust.
Yeah.
It's just all in our whole system is just clogged with animal hair.
I have no
Yeah.
doubt that my lungs are just full of hair.
Every time I go
Oh,
to
you got
get
dog lung?
Yeah, I have dog lungs.
dog lung. Every time I go to my foot doctor and they change it and they're like, you got cats? And by the way, it's the same people every week for the last year. And every time I say, I have 6. And they're like, oh, that's too many. And I'm like, we did this last week.
They're like, this is why your foot won't heal.
You should just tell them, no, I don't have cats. And let them wonder why there's so much cat hair in your foot.
Maybe I'll try
They're
that.
like, how many
next time.
times do you step in the litter box by mistake?
Like, it's not by mistake.
You're like, they're picking bits of cat litter out of your wound.
Okay, that's gross.
No, it's life.
It's life.
Yeah.
You guys.
It's like train spotting.
But won't the cat litter help the wound heal by absorbing all the bad stuff?
Oh, you think?
Nope. I'm going to change the subject. Vern Troyer died.
He did.
Yep.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Mini-Me.
Drove that little scooter right off a cliff. But he was texting. He was distracted. So pay attention. It can wait.
I didn't make the noise out of
Yeah.
respect for one whole day.
But
Yeah.
for one whole day, thank you. But he just made the sound.
Yeah. Well, it's been a day.
Yeah. That's enough mourning for him.
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, I mean, it's proportionate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember he was the spokesman for Fifth Third?
He was.
He
And
did the chicken dance here
Our-
once.
One of our local
And they
banks.
had the life-size picture of him in the newspaper.
Yeah. He's one of the few people you can put you could have put a life-size picture of someone in the newspaper.
Yeah,
He was that small.
Do you remember that when he led the chicken dance?
Yeah. Him and Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
And then he would do the low voice when they'd be like, rates are so low. So low.
Good old Troy.
Yep.
Wait.
Vern
Vern.
Troyer.
Good old Troy.
No, I was just saying our buddy Troy. Good old Troy.
Good old Troy.
He loved Vern Troyer.
It was Troy Werner.
Werner Herzog.
Also, a weird coincidence. We lost Art Bell this week.
We did lose
We
our
said
bell.
that last week.
But he
Oh,
was
yeah.
in the movie we just
Or-
watched.
Oh, yeah.
And he turned up in, which is weird because I don't know that Art Bell's been in any other movies I can think of.
This was his big shot.
So he was in this.
He didn't
I
miss
Know Who
his
Killed
chance
Me.
to blow.
No, he didn't.
Mm-mm.
But he had a cigarette in his hand.
He did.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
If
Harry
you guys
Anderson
want.
died,
Oh
R.I.P.
my God,
That's right.
no.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't hear?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Harry Anderson died. I haven't released cause of death, but they found him in his home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
South Carolina?
Yeah.
Harry Anderson.
Loved Harry Anderson.
Loved Harry Anderson.
He
Great.
was, you know,
He's great.
he was Richie Tozier.
He was.
Beep, beep, Harry. And of course,
He was
you know,
also Judge Harry Stone.
Judge Harry Stone.
Also
and
a
then,
great comedian magician.
yeah.
He was he was Harry the Hat
Mhm.
on your
Cheers.
beloved Cheers.
Yep. He was on SNL quite a lot.
Yeah.
Doing magic tricks.
Mm.
Tricks.
Right.
So how's Tricks, everybody?
It's for kids.
Oh,
I'm real down now.
I know. Like a lot of folks are just.
But you know, some people are still
Oh my
alive.
God! I just
Yeah.
got the Beatrix Kiddo thing from Pulp
Oh.
Fiction.
Oh, look, it's still good. You mean Kill Bill?
Yeah, Yeah,
Silly
it
Rabbit?
was early. Like chicks are for kids, and her name was Beatrix Kiddo. Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Mhm.
I never got that either.
I don't think I ever got that
Holy
either.
shit! Like a light
Oh,
bulb went
wow.
over my
All
head.
right.
Thank you, Amy, for finally making me realize that.
You're welcome.
What you did.
I didn't know I did it because I didn't know it.
What you did.
It's all right now.
No, because you said chicks are for kids.
Thank
I'm like,
you,
oh my
Andy.
God, it made sense.
I'm rethinking my
Yeah.
friend choices right now.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I would never rethink
Where's
that.
the deal bad?
By the way, I just want to bring up this is just conversation. This isn't even for the listeners.
Don't listen.
But after watching those laugh track free Friends with you,
Yeah.
they do Big Bang Theory of that too.
Oh yeah, they're terrible.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Google sitcoms without laugh tracks in general.
Yeah.
It really shows you which ones were Pavlovian response that you thought were funny, and which ones were actually funny. And then if you could add a laugh track to "I Know Who Killed Me," yeah,
It needed some laughs. I was
that.
wanting them so bad.
Mm-hmm. So bad.
So bad.
I had a lot of laughs all on my own. Yeah,
I wanted to. I'm glad that you did.
yeah.
It just didn't reach me.
Well,
Sorry, everybody.
listeners, you're allowed to start listening again. Patreon.com/NOTLP if you want to support the show.
We just put another Origins up
Episode 16.
where we
The
talked
show?
about The Descent.
Yep.
And Zombie Honeymoon.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah. It was fun.
I feel like you were ambivalent about it. You
Oh.
like some things about it and not others.
This is true. Although it was kind of moving the backstory to why he made the movie, I remember.
Oh, no, what? It wasn't Zombie Honeymoon. You liked Zombie Honeymoon. You didn't like Dead and Breakfast, but you liked things about
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, Dead and Breakfast was pretty bad.
I got those.
I'm
mixed up.
impressed by your memory, Kelly.
Yeah.
That is impressive. Most impressive.
Everybody update your Freddy notebooks
Mhm.
of things he liked
Yeah.
and maybe didn't like.
That's on his Wikipedia page.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hopefully the other Patreon stuff will start kicking up again here soon. We just have a lot of family stuff going on. If you didn't hear last week, my mom's been diagnosed with lung cancer, and we're still figuring out what that means and what the treatment plan is and everything. So that has slowed down Patreon just a little bit. We appreciate you continuing to support us. We will continue to put as much bonus content out as we can.
Yeah.
We are still going to record our music review show. I've just been too lazy to carry the rig upstairs.
Earbuds.
That's just true.
The rig weighs 8 ounces. I think.
In your home recording studio
Yeah.
upstairs.
Hey, Freddie,
yeah.
Kelly has a foot full of cat hair.
Yeah, that's true.
Give
It's
him
not
some
easy.
sympathy.
You should come over and carry it upstairs for me. I'm disabled.
What do you what do you do if you go to the foot doctor and they find a pentagram shaped wound
I turn into a werewolf
or a werecat?
later.
You're like meow. Meow meow.
Kelly is very cat-like. He does what he wants.
Whoever
Yeah.
is bitten by a tabby
I meow all the time.
Yeah.
becomes a tabby himself.
Yeah,
You would be a tabby.
I'm sure that's true.
What do they call the ginger cats? What are those called?
Tabbies.
Tabbies, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Tabby or not tabby? That is the question.
I'm gonna tear apart the little
tabbies
so I can
get into this bag of chips. I don't have opposable thumbs.
Meow. Tabbies of London.
Yep.
Meow.
Okay, everybody.
I can listen to Freddie meow all day.
We're sleepy.
So adorable.
Also coming up later this week, I had the creators of SuperCon, the new comedy starring John Malkovich, Clancy Brown, Russell Simmons.
Russell Peters.
I mean Russell Peters.
Russell Simmons.
Not
I said Russell
Russell.
Simmons. Russell Peters.
Yeah.
Pretty fun movie coming out the 27th.
Peter Russell.
Theatrically in 10 cities.
That
and
was-
Why are
on
you
demand.
staring at me like I have this information
'Cause
for
you
you?
know it.
It's going up against Avengers. That's very brave of them.
We talked about that.
Intensity in
That
10
wasn't-
cities.
Yeah. That wasn't the original plan. They moved Avengers back
To destroy this movie.
to screw everybody else who had plans of
And they're
releasing
like,
a movie.
do you see this independent horror comedy coming out? Let's ruin them.
We'll crush it.
Somebody really has it out for John Malkovich.
Yeah, they really
Could
do.
work in their favor if people can't get into Avengers and it's sold out.
That we had that same conversation.
Well,
We
it's
said,
like when you
go
have
see
the Puppy
SuperCon.
Bowl during
Yeah.
the Super Bowl, you have to
Right.
have your counter programming.
How has John Malkovich not been in a Marvel movie yet?
It's a good question.
Very good question.
Maybe he's such a good actor you don't even know he was in all of them.
He plays everyone.
That's not Stanley. It's Malkovich.
Oh, poor Stanley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's some more bad bummer news. Yeah.
What?
Hey, we just talked about his mom
Elder
having
abuse.
cancer, about all these people dying. So
No.
let's bring it down. some more.
Oh, yeah, we can. I can bring it even downer. The last person to be born in the 19th century died. She was 117 years old.
It was Margot Kidder.
Yeah.
It was Margot Kidder.
She was there.
So he was elder abused?
He
You're
is being
saying
elder
that.
abused, like apparently. Yeah.
That's what's happening right now.
Apparently they stole his blood. That's
What?
That's fucked
No, I
up.
didn't even hear that part.
Why?
Isn't it like in typical elder abuse fashion? Isn't he like denying that anything's happening
Yeah.
to him? He's like,
Oh, I don't know about that.
fine.
They just put out like
I'm Stanley.
an ISIS hostage video type thing where he's like reading this prepared statement
Yeah.
Sure.
that I'm not being abused.
Gosh.
He's like, I created Spider-Man. I am Stanley.
Well,
I am not abused.
The rumors is like one of his like business managers illegally drew blood out of him so they can put it in
Clone him.
like collectibles or something.
Gross.
I'm sorry, but if you
Oh.
would be a person that would buy that, we need to have a discussion.
hmm
Like a Kiss comic.
eBay cancel my
Only
order.
not cool.
And to bring it down even further, Trump is still president. So you guys ready to
Oh
move
my God.
on?
That's the worst news of
I
all.
say we get it as low as we possibly can and see how high we get.
Oh, I could bring it down even further.
When we go low.
Yeah. Oh,
When we
I
go
was
up.
reading news on Reddit this morning.
Oh.
There was a shooting.
Oh, Waffle
at the
House.
Waffle House.
Yeah.
In Nashville.
Yeah,
A
no
naked
Waffle House
man
pussy for that guy.
With a rifle.
There was a naked man with a rifle in a Waffle House?
Yeah, he killed 4 people.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I feel like there's a lot of naked people at Waffle Houses.
Yeah, but not
Yeah,
with
but
guns.
Yeah.
Very few with
They don't get
assault
close to those
rifles.
fryers.
No, I feel they have guns. You just don't shoot them.
It's like the most open of open carries.
Yeah, it's
Being
right there.
naked.
Unless he
Just
was
completely naked
unless he was carrying it.
in his butt. Is that what you're saying?
Kelly was trying to be classy, Freddie.
Oh, okay.
It was just I was trying to give you an ellipse
Yeah.
with my eyes.
Yeah, the listeners couldn't see the Kelly facial
The dot,
expressions.
dot, dot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Great.
All
Okay.
right.
So let's get high. Let's get high, everybody. It's 2 days
Yeah,
after
it was
420,
420
but
the other day.
yeah.
Let's do that.
You wanna move on to the positive stuff?
I mean, is it going to be positive, Mike?
Well, yes.
Oh, that's good.
It is.
Oh, you can always count on Mikey B to bring the positivity.
I'm about to bring it.
All right, well, we'll be right back then.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Mikey B.
Hi. So I watched Nails for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Nails.
Nails. Yes. This
Did you get
is
your
an
nails did?
Irish.
Speaking of nails, if you I want to bring it up, if you watch Nailed It on Netflix,
Oh, the cake making
Yeah,
show.
it's so
I like
fun.
it. It is fun.
so that's nail related.
Yeah, you could do a whole nail night.
Yeah.
You could get nailed while you're watching Nailed It and watching nails
While
afterwards.
soaking your nails,
While soaking your nails.
like Madge.
Soaking in it.
Yes. Okay, so this will be an interesting or tricky review because I liked it.
Yeah. Don't
Mikey
you
likes
spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm trying to think where I would need to stop. So, this is a film about a lady. Her name is Dana, and
Dana Scully?
There is no Dana.
Yes, no, there is no Dana.
Only
I
nails.
was waiting for that.
Ironically, one of the stars of The Descent, which was our Origins episode we just released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, which
Shauna,
one?
Shauna McDonald.
Oh, Sarah.
Ah.
Yeah. She was Sarah. Man, you're good, Kelly.
She's the star.
Yeah.
Well, I watched
and she is
So
also
you remembered her name.
the star
Well, I watched The Descent like 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
of this film. So I'm trying to think. I don't know what the other guy's name is, but okay. So Dana, she is a real physically fit. The movie, yes, the movie opens with her being like doing a lot of yoga poses. So there you go, Kelly, and going for a run. And then while she's doing her run, she has the surprise got hit by a car kind of thing happen to her.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, don't you hate when that happens?
She gets typecast as a fit person.
She's very
Who gets
fit.
injured? Fit and injured.
She's fit and injured.
That's a genre
in this film.
Yeah.
So it's goofy. It's a kind of a weird, goofy film because if you're trying to find, like, if you want it to be logical, which is what the atmosphere of the movie would make you think that it's going to be a logical film, it ain't. It is not that film, but I liked it. It's kind of similar a little bit to Nightmare on Elm Street, in that a lot of things don't necessarily make sense, and they play on the fears of things going on. Again, trying not to spoil it. Sure. But while Dana is basically, she gets hit really bad. She ends up in the hospital bed, and she's in this hospital. And you quickly find out that this is like
She actually died, didn't she?
Does she know who killed her?
You actually
No
find
spoilers.
out. No spoilers.
Oh, she did.
You actually find out that the hospital she's in.
You answer my question with your facial expression.
Don't. Mike can't hide these things.
I want to make a movie called Dead the Whole Time, and the twist is the person wasn't.
It's just a person in a coffin.
Yes. They just been laying there.
Yeah.
So she has a family, and everybody in this film is actually, I think, does a really good job acting because they're in this hospital. I'm not really sure necessarily what the healthcare system is in Ireland where this is set up, but she basically is in a hospital bed.
Oh, they just give you a bunch of blarney. You feel better. They bring you a Guinness.
A Guinness. It's kind of a dingy hospital, although at the beginning of the film you see Dana is actually seems pretty well off, but she's in this kind of
Hospitals are for rich people.
Yes.
That's what we learned from I Know Who Killed Me.
Yes, that's true. She's in this dingy hospital, and she can't move and she can't talk.
Because she's dead.
She has to use
Andy, stop.
She has to use a laptop to communicate, which has a voice.
Is it Stephen Hawking?
She Hawkinged.
Yeah, she Hawkings it.
I know who killed me.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it is.
Does your girlfriend fuck you like this?
There's a guy who, I swear, I'm trying to find him on the IMDb page. He looks like one of the Joey Fatone a little bit.
Oh.
Joey Fat One.
Yeah, Joey Fat One, but he's not. And he's the janitor. He's real good in this film too. And she has mysteriously
Joey Fat One has a thriving career as
Janitorial career.
as a host or a game show announcer.
Are you talking about Ross Noble, who actually looks a lot like Weird Al?
they're not pulling up on my IMDb.
Is this him?
Is this him? I hope this is fun.
No, that's Weird Al.
That's Weird Al.
That guy looks like Weird Al to me.
Yes, that's
That's
him. And
Maybe he looks different in the movie.
Yeah, he looks different, and he looks heavier in the movie.
He looks like Joey Fatone.
Yeah, and he's not really a janitor. I messed that part up. He's actually a nurse, but he is being forced to take care of a lot of things he probably shouldn't have to take care of because this hospital just does not have a lot of money to keep running, and they're trying to keep that from
surgeries,
toilets clogged.
Yes. Yes. And
They reuse catheters.
very early on in the film, you find out that there is a killer that was once in this hospital that's killing little kids and like to get their nail trimmings and keep their nail trimmings.
Oh, that's actually a creepy little idea.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is creepy. I like that.
Yes, and he had a filing system for keeping their nails. And
no, he did.
Is this guy dead?
They're all dead.
And she can see him because she's dead too.
The only things that are alive in this are the whatever's living in the fingernails.
Oh, Andy.
Is Joey Fat One dead too?
Just his dreams.
It's a whole dead hospital.
I want a movie about a guy who goes
We're all
around
dead. Everyone's dead.
and he takes people's pet eggs and he empties all the pet egg shreddings into the Parmesan cheese shakers in all the pizza restaurants.
Yes.
And that's a villain right there.
That's a villain. That's a villain if I've ever heard one.
I feel like that could be easily fool people because you sweat from your feet and
It's already cheesy.
Yeah.
Oh, my heel
And
would
Parmesan
make it
cheese.
perfect.
it's kind of salty.
People are going to eat it.
So you're going to like this film, but you're probably going to sniff the ending. There's one little extra. There's one, as Andy has sniffed from my carefully orchestrated synopsis
Your fear
of this
sweat the
film.
minute he said it.
Yes.
Okay.
He sniffed it.
Granted, that's a question to ask at every horror movie. Like,
Yeah.
are they dead?
Mm-hmm.
They're
Andy,
dead, aren't they?
I'd love to have you interview some filmmakers and you just be like, by the way, your movie comes out when? And they're dead the whole time.
Welcome back to And They're Dead with Andy Hung.
I would love the awkward silence of
Well,
the
it sounds
writer.
like fun. Like
It
the
was
movie.
fun, and here's where it's goofy because she's in the hospital bed. What this film does really well is she can't move, right? Because she's got
dead.
these.
No, she's paralyzed.
No, she's paralyzed.
She's fit.
She's paralyzed, and she is talking to people in the real world. So she's not.
Because she's a ghost.
It's like
Just
Monkey Bone.
You enjoyed it. She's in a hospital. There's a killer.
There's a killer now. Where it gets goofy is like it does have like the floating around Freddy Krueger scene, scene, yeah, where she's like flying around. Well, somebody's flying around the room, and they do a lot of really neat things where like stuff gets scratched into her skin because it's nails, and the guy looks vaguely like he's from the Sinister films, the bald, scary, creepy Marilyn
Bagul?
Manson eye. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and he starts making appearances and causing general chaos for her, and nobody believes her,
Of course.
because you can't.
Women are never believed.
Especially dead women. They're never
See,
believed.
well, you can't. Nobody can see what's happening to her because her husband comes in and puts this really cool camera system in. But then the husband starts getting really mad because she keeps nagging, and then what she starts
Women.
discovering through her.
I mean, to be fair, I probably wouldn't believe a dude either if he was like, "There goes over the hospital."
I would. I've seen enough horror movies to say it'd just be easier if I believe you right away.
Right. But what's crazy is nobody believes her, but stuff starts getting scratched into her body, and stuff's getting scratched into her body like messages, and she's kind of paralyzed and she can't really move, so, you know.
I like the
she's
idea
crazy.
of one of these demons or whatever it is carving something into someone's body, but they don't know how to spell the word, so they like start it and then they cross it out, and then they just settle on a different word where they're like,
Right.
you know, they're trying to write the word pentagram, and they're
Right.
like P-A-N-T scratch, hey, scratch, star.
Right. He's a little Neosporin for whiteout.
Yeah.
So yeah, I liked it, and I recommend it as a goofy movie. It's not too long. It's kind of fun. It's actually a lot of fun.
Do you recommend it in lieu of the Goofy movie?
I love the Goofy
Yeah,
movie.
we're gonna watch
All right,
the
so
Goofy
no,
movie.
not
If
in
you're
lieu
gonna-
of.
It's if you're in the mood. I mean, if you're in the
Double
mood
feature?
for the Goofy movie, a Goofy movie would be a good palate cleanser because this does actually have some scary parts in it. I'd
Dub's
say the
speech?
last 20 minutes of the film are you're gonna be into it. The last
Your heart
little
rate will
bit,
go up.
the climax, you're gonna be into.
You're gonna get
it.
hard for it.
Yeah.
So this was on Netflix, right?
yes, this
It's
is
on
on
Shudder,
Netflix.
too.
And
Is it on Shudder. Yeah.
In the Goofy movie, is Goofy dead too?
Goofy was dead.
Oh.
No.
The whole time.
Andy,
Sounds
I don't
like-
want to blow your mind, but Goofy was never real.
Have you heard the Bob's Burgers fan theories? They're terrible. None of them are good, but one of them is that Linda's dead, and that Bob. That's why. What's his name? Who's always hanging out in the
Teddy?
restaurant? Teddy is always around because he was helping Bob out after Linda died, so that's why he's there every day.
Oh.
And that's why the burger joint is next to the funeral home, because that's the funeral home where they had Linda's service, and he became really close with Mort.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it's terrible. That's why I told you they're bad. They're
I'm gonna
bad
need people
fan
on the
theories.
internet to just take several seats.
Yeah,
Just sit down.
everyone begin to shut up. Start closing your mouths.
Were you watching AP Bio?
Oh, I love that show.
That's great, right?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Everyone
I wanna
begin to
watch
shut
that
up.
one.
Everyone, please begin to shut up.
No, in fact, the only thing I'm embarrassed by is the 55 minutes that I spend here with you.
Well, thank you, Mikey B.
Hey, no problem.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I knew Mike
did.
would bring the positivity
I
and
know
lift
you-
us
yeah,
up,
I'm sorry you try not to spoil it, but
Andy had to take it down.
Well, Andy, anybody who watches this film is going to be surprised because maybe how you tried to spoil it is really a twist in my synopsis, in my
Oh.
review.
Maybe he came prepared.
Oh. Maybe you just went the way I wanted people
He's
to
a
think I
double
was
agent.
going with it.
Oh, snap.
Did you notice the red lights on around me this whole time?
Tinker, killer,
All right, well, I have a movie gun.
Yeah?
One movie bullet in it.
What is it a semi-automatic?
Mm-mm.
Sure. I don't know what that means.
I was making a gun control joke.
I'm
Mm.
I'm a person who hates guns and knows nothing about them, but I still think I'm allowed to be afraid and hate them because if I want to go to a Waffle House and just enjoy some fucking scattered and splattered fucking hash browns, I should be goddamn allowed to without being worried about a naked man with a rifle shooting me up.
or your brains are gonna be scattered and splattered across the window.
Friendly reminder, fuck your guns. Okay, Andy.
I keep meaning to buy a gun.
Oh, okay, but fuck your gun.
Just because you can.
Well, I kind of want one.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk. Andy, here you go. You ready?
Yes.
You live. Me, I'm up next. I hate guns. And I died.
Oh, see?
Holy irony.
Because there wasn't a good guy with a gun.
Yeah, that's right.
I was the only one with the gun.
You said you hate guns, and guns took their revenge.
I know. I should have known better. All right, everybody. The movie I'm going to watch, it's on Shudder if you want to follow along. It's called We Go On.
Oh, I've seen this.
We go.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Is it good?
I'm going to let you do your review, Amy.
Oh, thank you.
We goon.
We go on. All right. Poor Paranoid Miles.
I know the joke you're making, Kate.
Thank you.
I will say I love Annette O'Toole. I always have.
No, she's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Paranoid. Poor Parpachoop.
Poor paranoid Polly Prissy Pants. She's been partying pretty persistently.
Poor Paranoid Miles is unbelievably terrified of dying. Dude, who isn't? When he inherits some money, he places an ad offering a reward to anyone who can prove there is life after death. In almost no time at all, Miles receives a call from a strange man
Legend of Hell House.
who promises to take him over a line from which there is no turning back.
He's dead too.
Miles quickly realizes how foolish his quest was after his daily existence becomes a waking nightmare with no chance for escape.
It's called We Goon.
We goon.
It's from the duo behind Yellow Brick Road.
I really liked Yellow Brick Road too.
We Go On. From 2016, 89 minutes. It's in English.
Thank God. Am I right?
I know.
Otherwise, you're like, what is this jibber jabber?
Xenophobia, y'all. All right. Ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
This week's main attraction is from 2007, Razzie Award-winning I Know Who Killed Me. Multiple Razzies. I Know Who Killed Me. Directed by Chris Silverstone. Written by Jeff Hammond.
Quote unquote written.
As Jeffrey Hammond. He changed his name to Jeff after this to go into hiding.
Oh, that wasn't me.
He's like, no,
Jeff.
I'm Jeff.
This movie was bad, which we knew was going to, like, nobody came into this going, oh, this is probably an undiscovered gem.
Right.
Okay, what was the text that Kelley sent you last night?
Oh, I'll read it. I forgot to respond to it, and I apologize. But he texted me 5 minutes in, and I Know Who Killed Me is possibly my choice for least enjoyable movie I've seen in a rolling 12-month period.
Oh.
He then said, that said, I absolutely support your theme choice. Fair's fair.
Fair is fair.
So thank you.
So
I was so angry at you.
I know.
For this.
I'm angry at me too.
I was prepared for the worst, judging by Kelley's text.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, it wasn't great by any means, but it's not as bad as Kelley made it out to be, for me at least.
Here's my thing. So listen, as you know, I don't love So Bad It's Good, but like if it's So Bad It's Good, I can enjoy one. I've been trying to find more fun in them. Mm-hmm. So I was like,
this is just bad.
This is boring.
I was like, maybe there'll be some funny, some good goofs. We're gonna goof on it. Cole and Elise watch it with me. I was like, we can, riff tracks this shit, and it was just,
I wonder if there's a riff track out there.
It was so
Probably
boring and just.
See, I was trying to the Beverly Hills Housewives. There's more to choose from in there, but I wanted to
their oeuvre.
Spread it out.
I wanted to spread out to another city, and this is the only other one I could find. As much as I dislike Kenya as a person on this earth, and I know I don't really know her, and I'm sure she's lovely. I'm really glad.
You're sure she's lovely?
No, I'm not sure. I think she's awful. I'm glad she was in a terrible movie. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I know. I said it's just when I said it was the least enjoyable. Like that's true. Like I wasn't enjoying any aspect of it, even the stripping and the sex, which I think Lindsay Lohan is hot, and I was like, well, at least
she sure was.
Is it stripping if you don't take your clothes off?
No.
It's just writhing. Then
it's a lot of writhing.
It's exotic dancing.
It's burlesque.
It just
that's not art.
No.
It just. There was nothing. Like every time I was like, oh, maybe I can get something. No.
All right, let me do this.
We
have
good luck with this.
Wait, was her fucking name again?
Aubrey.
Aubrey in New
Well, sort of.
Salem.
Aubrey is a goody two shoes.
She's a penis
She's a pianist.
and a writer.
And what's your favorite color, Amy?
Blue. My God. The makers of this movie took, like, I guess, noirish elements and, like, overdid it so hard I wanted to cry for them.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Like the hot dude that she flicks off at the beginning.
Yeah.
Does she want to fuck him? Does she not want to fuck him? I don't know. She's like looking at him like, yeah. And then she's like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Was he a red herring then?
Yeah, I think they were trying to set up. Okay, so here's the deal. Aubrey, pianist, but she's a writer and she really wants to be a writer.
By the way, I'm going to spoil this.
Yeah, of course.
Because I knew who killed her immediately.
I didn't.
It's the piano teacher.
It's the piano teacher, but they try to set up, I think,
Shame
a
on
couple
you.
of
Was
other.
Based on his delivery of that you were you were the state award-winning best pianist
It was
award
just,
and you can't quit.
It was just such
Yeah.
like, it was like, this is going to be it. Like, there's no way this guy isn't the one who killed her. He's blind. He's a piano teacher. She quits on him.
He was blind?
No, he wasn't. He drove away. What are you talking about?
Oh, he had those sunglasses.
You know, anyone can wear sunglasses.
Anyway.
Okay, so when you walk outside during a hot summer day, you're like, look at all these blind people.
Uh-oh. Mike's wearing sunglasses inside.
Podcasting blind Kelley.
Oh, no.
How do you even do that?
You can't see my nicely combed hair.
In the morning when people are driving to work
Yeah.
and the sun's out, you're like, oh my God, look at all these blind people driving.
This must be terrifying for you.
I thought he was blind.
All right,
love
so
it.
she quits her piano lessons because she wants to concentrate on her writing.
Which is horrible.
Whatever.
She should have really stuck with piano playing.
And she's writing a
Her
story
writing was
about a girl named Dakota who had a crack addict mom. Doesn't matter. We'll get there. So one night she's out with her friends and she goes missing. And it turns out there's possibly a serial killer in town because another young girl was just found.
Yeah,
With
there's
her-
a new serial killer in town.
with her arm cut off
Ooh,
and her
I'm
leg
intrigued.
cut off. And so they were really worried this is what's happening to her. Somebody finds her body on the side of the road, arm cut off, leg cut off. But she wakes up and she's like, I'm not Aubrey, I'm Dakota.
Fuck everybody. By the way, the one thing I will say that I thought was good, the gore effects.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gore effects are great.
But yeah, there's this great moment where the killer uses dry ice to basically just he
Kill
puts
her
her
hand.
hand in a vice grip and like burns her hand off,
Yeah.
more or less.
That was really good and very, like,
her middle
squicky.
finger, it looks
Yeah.
like a fucking hot dog that you put in the microwave way too long.
Yeah.
Me and Amy got hungry.
It
Gore,
did.
gore
Amy
effects
loves
were
that
good.
shit.
So
I like a burnt up split hot
Everything
dog.
else was real boring, but that scene I got a little had
Yeah.
to kind of squinch a little
Although
bit.
there's no way she was screaming as loud as she should have been.
So she wakes up in the hospital and she's like, I'm not Aubrey, I'm Dakota. And everybody's like, you crazy. And she's like, nuh-uh. And her sort of,
Her parents, Neil McDonough,
yeah, and then the
Dum
lady.
Dum Dugan.
He almost had a career.
I love Neil
he's still got a
McDonough.
great
Oh, I
career.
love him. But
Yeah.
like, do you remember for a minute when he was on Justified and Prison Break,
Yeah.
and they put him in a movie, and they're like,
Yeah.
this guy's gonna be huge.
He's still going to be huge.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I guarantee it.
His time might have passed. But I'll love
I do
seeing
like him. He's great.
He's so great. He's gonna do more great stuff.
He is great.
I feel like the dad was a red herring. The creepy, weird gardener dude was a red herring. Her boyfriend was a red herring. Anyway, so Dakota's like, goes back home and she's like, I swear to God, I am not your daughter. And she's smoking.
The funniest thing to me is how like they continue to like pour evidence on top of her that she is Aubrey. Like they're like, look, you were writing the story about you.
Yeah.
Look, you have no arm or leg. Look. And she's like, nope, nope.
I am not her. The DNA is the same.
There's
She's
no
like-
fucking way. Everything is it's so stupid.
So you get these flashbacks to what was happening to her before she's found on the side of the road. And she was stripping. She had lied about her age to get into the strip club.
If your ID says you're 21, you're 21.
Yeah.
Fat. What was her name?
Fat Tanya?
Fat Tanya. Who?
Whatever, the lady who ran
Fat
the...
Tina. Yeah.
Fat Tina.
By the way, that's the
Strip club.
evil nun from the Conjuring movies.
Oh.
She's got her own movie, coming out.
The
Yeah,
Nun.
The Nun.
It's funny that she was like worried that she's not 21, but like, bitch, you look 50.
And Lindsay Lohan, let's be real.
Yeah.
Right now, she looks like she's, you know what I'm
I
saying?
haven't seen her in a minute.
What
but
happened to Lindsay?
No, she looks better now, actually, than she did in
She
this
got
movie.
she got abused by everyone in Hollywood,
And untreated mental illness.
and then thrown away.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Parent Trap and
But she had
Mean
really bad.
Girls.
She had really
Mean
bad parents
Girls.
too.
Her parents were
Yeah.
monsters. I
Yeah.
guarantee that
she was Freaky
everyone-
Friday too, right? That was
Yeah.
the one. Yeah,
And
those
that's
were
what
all really
Cole was
good.
like. Oh, this is just like the Parent Trap. They're
It really-
twins.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it turns out they're twins. So she's stripping, and then she starts to get these sort of stigmata like injuries. Her middle finger just falls off when she's at the strip club one night, and that's the only scene Kenya Moore is in. She's like passed out on the floor of the like dressing room at the strip club, and Kenya's like, I don't know, I just found her here. and the lady's like, go dance. She's like, I can't go dance
that
right
was,
now.
That was real. That was Kenya.
That was Kenya.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
real short.
Yeah, very short.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like her leg starts to bleed, and so you realize that she's having these sympathetic injuries
Yeah.
to her twin sister. It does turn out they're actually twins because it turns out the mom delivered a stillborn baby and the dad paid a crackhead for her baby, but they were
Yeah.
twins. It's a thing.
He went to the next room over and was like, "You're fucked up on crack. You've got 2 babies. Our baby's dead. I want one of yours."
She's like, okay.
So the hospital never asked the crack mom, like, "Where's your other baby?"
Right.
Who knows?
Did they put the stillborn one in there?
Conversation?
They just throw it in the garbage. There's a dead baby garbage
Yeah.
can in every hospital.
There's a lot of like, what? This
It's a
conversation is weird. What's happening right
Yeah.
now?
Well, I love it when the psychologist from the FBI is interviewing Dakota, and he's convinced that she is Aubrey, but PTSD is making her have this break.
Which makes it entirely total sense.
Yes.
It does make sense, and then she's like, "You're the fuzz,
Yep. You're the fuzz, aren't
Are
you?
you the fuzz?
the fuzz."
This is one of the worst written. Did
That's
no
what
one
I want to know. Who
After-
wrote this?
after they finished,
Jeff.
like after they like put the last period at the last sentence, did they never then go back like and reread it like you're supposed to?
Well,
Like-
their legs fell asleep because they had been on the toilet for 2 hours writing.
I'm wondering if it's not a fault of the script, more a fault of the editing, the way it was put together. Because
it's the
apparently,
script.
yeah, probably.
1,000,000%.
And I know they had difficulty with Lindsay Lohan on set because this was during her whole like drunk driving court case.
Yeah, she didn't show up.
Partying.
Yeah, that's not what made this
They had
movie
to,
bad.
I think they had to go around her fucked upness a lot. I
Go
don't
around
know.
her fuck.
It's the script. This was horribly
Yeah.
every single word that any character uttered was the worst word.
Oh, and it was so badly written, and then all the blue. So Aubrey wore blue and loved blue.
It was
but
like a-
Dakota wore red, and everything was red.
Well, I posted about this on Facebook, and our good friend from Feminine Critique, Emily Travia, has said that this director seems to want, like, he's influenced by Giallo.
Oh yeah.
That's what Freddie just said
When we were watching it, I said, had this movie been directed by Argento and released in the 70s, we would consider it some sort of classic movie.
Oh, I wouldn't, but maybe.
No, I don't think you would, but like people who are into like
into Giallo, sure, maybe.
who I think, and honestly, like if you can view it through that lens, if you are a Giallo fan, especially the more bizarre ones,
Yeah.
like if you're a fan of Deep Red, then you probably would watch this movie and get something out of it in that respect. Not to say it's quality wise, it's not on par. But what I mean is like what it is. It's put together just like one of those old.
But it's like it's
Italian
reaching
movies.
for something that no one was capable or even remotely
Right.
equipped to pull off.
yes.
Well, yeah.
There is no skill in what they're doing.
Oh,
Other
yeah,
than-
it's a terrible
like,
movie.
It is so heavy-handed with the
Yeah.
color. Like in a Giallo film, like color, it plays a role, but this is like spoon feed. I mean, it's just heavy-handed.
The
I
blue
discovered,
gloves
Blue
everywhere.
gloves.
It's
Yeah.
a Sesame Street
He used
version of a
blue
Giallo film.
glass as to cut her hand off. Like what? He's
Yeah,
wearing a
it's
blue
like they wanted
ring.
you to have the Sixth Sense, red kind of realization over again, but they just, they couldn't stop smack you in the face with it. Like,
I don't
we're
even-
that dumb that we're not.
I don't even
Yeah.
think they were trying for anything that high-minded. I think they were just thinking visually, we like this.
Or
Okay.
like Crabman's in it from My Name Is Earl.
Yeah.
And he's wearing all yellow. And then the boyfriend has a yellow car and wears yellow. And I'm like, are we trying to say like they're yellow?
It's all primary colors.
Yeah.
And it really just the right. It's so
it's
stupid.
It's a failure on all parts, not just the writing.
It is a failure, but that's where it starts, man. Like they could never have made that script into a good movie.
The idea is there, but the idea is for an X-Files episode.
Yeah,
it's not a movie.
That's good. There you go. And it's just so like. It's so implausible. It was like, and I know every movie is implausible, but like the situation that they put together, it's like the writer was like, I'm gonna make this so stupid that when the twist happens, you're never gonna see it because you're just gonna be so convinced that she's Aubrey,
right?
Because everything is pointing like to the fact that she's Aubrey. It's so stupid.
When she so she goes to the cemetery for whatever reason, never really explained.
Reflection
at the end. She goes to the first girl that was found killed by this killer.
Well, wasn't she trying to find the grave that she was supposedly buried in?
Who knows? She saw visions. There was an owl.
Well, it was confusing because
I thought that's what it was.
They had her see Aubrey's name on this tombstone.
Yeah.
But she was hallucinating that because it was the other girl.
Yeah.
It was really her grave.
Yeah.
And there were blue flowers on it. But what she finds
that's when she pieces it together, yeah.
Well, then she sees a blue ribbon, and she realizes she turns it over.
Blue ribbon winner.
Yeah, it says best grave.
And pianist.
She realizes it's it's from the piano teacher. So she realizes the other girl saw that piano teacher, and that's when her dad finds her in the cemetery, and she looks at him and she goes, "I know who killed me."
I know, and I'm like, but bitch, you lied. Why do you say I know who killed me? That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
And then she eventually, they go to the piano teacher's house.
And then her dad's like, I knew it from the beginning.
I know who cut my hand off. Should have been the name of this movie.
And then the dad gets killed, but then she kills the piano teacher.
I love this, though, how she holds his hand and just cuts his fucking hand off.
Yeah. And I'm like, where did she get something to do that with?
You notice, too, the piano teacher, like, in the beginning of the movie, he's bragging about his right hand technique and how easy it is.
Yeah, he's like, look. He's douchebag. He's like, look.
So easy.
Easy. You're just a dumb bitch.
But his left hand technique is terrible. Because once he loses his right hand, he goes to the piano. You think he'd still be able to tap out chopsticks or something, but it's just a bunch of noise.
Yeah. He's like that guy on Sesame Street.
Poser.
So all pieces of this film, they were incompetent. But here's the one thing I'm curious about. Did anybody think that Lindsay Lohan was the problem of this film?
No, actually, I thought she did a good job.
No, I've always liked her. She's a great actress. She did what she
yeah.
could with that just abortion of a script.
Yeah, I thought
she should have not come back when she disappeared from the set.
Yeah, she should have stayed.
She should have left well enough alone.
Yeah,
but Daniel LaRusso couldn't, and neither could Lindsay Lohan.
That's true.
So she eventually kills piano teacher and finds the coffin, the blue stained glass coffin. She knew her twin sister, was in Aubrey, and then she's still alive.
When did he have time to make that?
I don't know, man.
Like,
he's skilled.
So how many serial killers are like?
I bet he ordered it on the internet because you think about there's probably a sleeping beauty fetishist community.
Oh, there definitely
out there.
is. Yes. You're right. There you go. That's explained.
Yeah.
A movie's good now.
Or was it Snow White? Who was in the
Snow
glass
White.
coffin? Snow White.
Yeah.
you really
Sleeping
committed to
Beauty
that,
was just
Kelley.
okay.
I believed you for a second.
I love it when she.
I'm a good actor. I'm Lindsay
You are.
Lohan, and
It's
in
the second
fact,
time your earnestness has gotten me all twisted up.
This is where I disappeared to from Hollywood.
When Dakota smashes the glass coffin lid and you see that Aubrey's still alive and she uncovers Aubrey's face and she looks at her and she says, "I know who saved me." That's when the movie came together.
Did she say that?
No,
Oh.
he's making that up.
How was she not worried she was going to cut her all up by smashing that fucking coffin? What a
She had
It's that or let her suffocate.
She had a bionic arm
Dumb
too.
douche.
Yeah.
No, the
Yeah.
Aubrey in the coffin is what he's talking about.
One thing
but
that never came to fruition for me in this is they foreshadow One big thing though is when Crabman is fitting her with her prosthetics, says make sure to remember to charge this leg because otherwise it's just going to be a lot. It's like carrying around a wooden leg.
Yeah, because she's got robot limbs now.
So
we forgot that part. By the way.
I'm thinking like once her leg is dead, she's going to have to use it as a weapon because they talk about how much it weighs.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties, y'all. But anyways, the point is that I thought something was going to pay off with that leg. That never happened.
Never.
But Crabman got distracted and he just turned around and was like, oh, hey, Earl.
Hey, Earl, I got your artificial limbs.
So I have a small mystery that goes along with this. It's probably easily solved that I just make dumb connections. But I thought for some reason this film was connected to teen writer Lois Duncan book. Is that
I Know What You Did Last Summer?
No, I don't know what I was thinking of. Is there any connection between any teen
I Know Who Did
books
Me Last Summer?
And I tried to Google it, but
There's nothing in the IMDb trivia.
There's nothing in the Vatican records.
so that's the only mystery I have around this film that's solved. Dumb connection.
Nothing in the Necronomicon.
Nothing.
Okay.
So we all agree that this was just a bad movie.
It was bad.
Earned all the Razzies it got.
Yeah.
Although, it's not the worst movie
Well-
I've ever seen. That still is reserved for the past, but
It's
know.
guilty of making the worst mistake of just being boring.
boring.
Yeah, it was so boring. I don't know if it's the worst movie I've ever seen. It is the least enjoyable movie I definitely have seen in a rolling 12-month period. That is true.
So since last April.
I
this
have
is
not
the worst.
enjoyed a movie less
Right.
since then.
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah, it's too long.
I wish we got the scene where her leg just fell off. Because we saw her finger fall off and other wounds, but I just wanted to see her walking down the street and just a bloop, leg just gone.
Oh, and she used ask.com to Google
Ask Jeeves!
bleeding wounds
Web crawler.
unexplained.
But we know that's not the smartest girl because when her finger falls off, her first thought is to just literally sew it back on.
She tried to. The finger is black and rotted. She goes home. Dakota, the stripper,
Dakota's a dumb dummy.
after saying, the lady's like, "You gonna go to the ER?" And she's like, "Hospitals are for rich people."
Yep.
And then she goes home and tries to sew her blackened finger back on.
Hospitals are for rich people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the stupidest, just stupid.
More than the stupids. Remember the stupid?
Twice as stupid.
It's more like I know who's stupid.
But I will. Okay, the only things, it wasn't even enjoyment that I got out of it, but it was like it did something to me. The acting by the actress who played the mother, holy fucking balls!
Mr. Jarvis.
She was bad and weird and bad, just bad. And then Nurse Fatty, that when she wakes up and she's just like fucking staring into her face like a goddamn weirdo, and she's like, "Morning, beautiful. Look at those blue eyes." And then she's like, "Can you get the fucking doctor in here, please?" And she's like, and then the nurse is still, she's like, let me get someone. Like, there's not, like she's in hell or something.
You know what I loved is when the mom came in and she had the little teddy bear and she went, "It's Mr. Jarvis."
Yeah.
to try to like help her remember that she's Aubrey.
In a weird, scary voice. That's the way you should do
Yeah.
that.
It was kind of like a bad Bill Cosby impersonation.
I was thinking of Bobby from Howie Mandel, or
That
Howie
too.
Mandel's Bobby. Yeah, it was a little Bobby-ish.
It was a weird blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bad acting choice.
Like
Yeah.
that Flim mouth. I hate that voice.
Ooh, Flim
Flim
mouth.
mouth.
Yep. Flinmouth?
Flim.
Phlegm.
The Flim Flam Man.
Phlegm.
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 Oh, Flemmouth.
Phlegm.
I got you.
Flam.
Get
Flam
it?
flam.
The Flim Flam Man.
All right, well,
Kelley, we're going to make this up to you
how's that?
because coming soon to NOTLP, some of the greatest films ever made, starring Beefcake Arnold Schwarzenegger. Conan. Are you ready
I'm ready.
for Conan?
Conan. Oh, we're doing Conan. That's right.
It finally clicked in your mind what you're doing.
I forgot that we were doing that.
Yeah, next
Yeah,
month,
I'm very
Conan.
excited.
I was
I'm
just
very
waiting for Kelley. You're like Ice-T. Like, I get it now.
Yeah.
Too many scratchy lotteries. Oh, by the way, an Ice Cold Blood's pretty great on Oxygen.
Yeah, you got it, Kelley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
So that's our next
You
theme.
telling me? This dude gets off on little girls and pigtails.
I thought it was gonna be the whole month of Kelley trying to figure out what month they're doing.
So we're gonna do Conan the Barbarian,
Yeah.
the original, Conan the Destroyer,
Yeah.
and round it out with Red Sonja.
Yeah.
As long as which one is Grace Jones in? That's the only one I care
The
about.
Destroyer.
The Destroyer.
Part 2.
So that'll be coming soon. First up, though, next week we'll be doing our regular miscellaneous debris show where we talk about horror news. Any voicemails, emails you might have. The voicemail number is
513-666-0916.
and you can email us at crew@notlp.com.
Mm-hmm. You can do that.
You can do that.
Before we get into our patron,
Sevilla Pain.
I have a couple of table topic.
Oh yeah,
questions
let's
for you.
do it.
A couple. How about one?
These
Just one, baby.
Well, these both apply. You can answer. I'll ask you both. You can combine them because they relate, and it has to do with I Know Who Killed Me.
I don't know who killed me. If that's the question.
One is,
You
do
killing
you know
me
who
right
killed
now.
you? Is it more important to be book smart or street smart? Huh? Is it more important to be Dakota or Aubrey? You could phrase it that way. And the other question is, who would you like to trade places with for 1 month?
All right, but you have to pick Dakota or Aubrey.
But you have to pick Dakota or Aubrey. Remember, one of them is in a coffin.
Would you rather be a stripper or an uptight teenager?
I mean, neither are good choices.
Well, let's go around the room, Amy.
Well, I like book smarts. I think are good,
Yeah.
but I don't think they're better or worse. That's just like
One of these girls had book smarts and one had street smarts, and the book smart ended up in a glass
You're
coffin.
only allowed. No one is both. I'm both. I think that it's not mutually
I
exclusive.
feel like I'm both.
I want to write a book about street smarts,
Yeah.
just to totally destroy this whole concept.
That's what you should call it.
Book about street smarts,
Just to destroy this
destroying
whole
the concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be neither.
You would rather not be smart at all.
I would if it comes to Dakota. No.
You don't have to trade places with Dakota, or
You have to trade
Aubrey.
places with one of the designers from Trading Spaces.
you could do that.
Ah.
You could trade places with anybody for a month.
Can I trade places with Dan Aykroyd or Eddie Murphy?
Sure. You could do that, and then maybe like you could learn a lot about the stock market, like what orange juice futures are and all that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that I don't know that there is anyone I would trade places with for a month. I'm pretty
Yeah.
happy.
Single month. What about a porn star with a giant dick? Fucks all day.
I don't want a giant dick.
It's hard to find pants.
Yeah, that's true.
I would trade places with Donald Trump and fix all the bad things he's done. And then just as I'm about to switch back, I would hurl myself off a cliff.
Oh, that's a good one.
As I'm
And I
falling
would
down.
have sex with Donald
Ooh.
Trump.
Switcheroo.
That's a better
Switcheroo.
narrative than the movie we just
Yeah.
watched. I like it. Twisty.
I could see that.
Andy, Mike, you guys got
Do we have to tie these questions in together? I'm confused.
No.
No, you don't have to.
So I don't know. Theoretical knowledge is good. So I guess book smart, because if you've got book smarts, then it doesn't necessarily translate that well. But I'm trying to take this
It's
question
too hard.
seriously. It's hard.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the theoretical knowledge, because if you got a base, then you're gonna be able to be okay on the
So
streets,
big
I
dick
guess.
porn star then.
But
Yes.
When you say street smarts, I think of, the orphans from Annie or something, like living on their own.
Yeah.
Just trying to make it.
It's a hard Scrabble.
Yeah.
If you have either one, you can gain the other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're street smart, you can go to the library and earn book smarts.
I don't think you don't need street smarts anymore, really.
Yeah.
Unless you live on the street.
Yeah.
Or you're a battle toad.
Or your Eileen Warno, she had street smarts.
She did in spades.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. A couple of her choices might have been
Who would you trade lives with for a month, Mike?
Eileen Warnos.
Eileen Warnos.
Which month? The month of her execution.
The last one.
I would like to. What's the guy's name that does the travel show? Rick Steves. I'd go
that'd
Rick
be a fun
Steves.
one.
Rick
That
Steves
would
for a
be
month.
good.
And he has a huge dick too, so that's a bonus.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is that what they say?
It's
I don't know.
ginormous.
He
down
loves
there.
weed.
Didn't somebody has a story about Rick Steves doing one of his PBS shows and they went to like a bathhouse with his wife?
Me.
Is that you?
And I swear to God, you could see his dick
Was
in the
it
water.
gigantic? I want to
No.
know what I'm gonna have for a month.
But they were naked in it.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't think you blurred that enough.
He still had his
PBS.
fanny pack on though. It's important to have a watertight.
Did his fanny pack hold everything he needed for travel for 1 month?
Did it do anything for you, Amy?
No.
Oh, Rick Steves isn't on your list.
No.
More like
No.
Rick G's.
What about you,
D's?
Andy?
Huh?
What about you?
A porn star with a huge dick.
Okay.
It's a good choice, Andy.
But it's ladies.
I guess easy answer is somebody that has a very decadent lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Someone with a big bank account,
Yeah.
and I would write myself checks.
Into Freddy Morris's account.
Change your
Yeah.
will.
And
I
then-
would wish for 3 more wishes.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, as we do at the end of every show, we talk about our Beelzebubs, and these are the folks that are on Patreon at that level. If you're interested, that's cool, but every little bit helps. Let's talk about Mandy.
Mandy, your name is not Mandy, it's Aubrey.
Zach.
Zach, don't you miss Mr. Jervis, Zach? You're Aubrey. You're not Zach.
Jeremy and Cassie.
Jeremy, you're both Aubrey. Why are you doing this to our family?
There's so many missing Aubreys.
Adam.
If you just stayed with your fucking piano lessons, Adam, we wouldn't be Aubrey right now. Brooke. Should have stuck to that pole, girl.
Can you do one for like how they continue to announce at the high school that her body was found? They're like, they found Tolan's body mutilated. Let's do this win for her.
Well, Ernest.
Only was found in the town gazebo, torn to pieces. Go Blue Cats.
Albert.
Albert, I'm so sorry that the technical difficulties fucked this up for you, Albert. But you should know that you were one of two. And that our real baby was stillborn and we bought you from a crackhead.
Tree and Alex.
Tree and Alex!
That's real sad, Albert. I'm sorry that your mom's a crackhead.
It's so hard.
Tree and Alex.
Tree and Alex, does Aubrey fuck you like that? Does Aubrey fuck you at all?
Brandon Boone.
Brandon Boone! I know who thrilled me. It was Brandon Boone with his thrilling music.
Bill.
Bill, this hospital bill is gonna be, that's for rich people.
Blake.
Blake, oh Blake, when are you gonna give up this ruse? I know you're the fuzz. Blake. Mark. Don't you miss your bear?
And
I
Freddy's
used
running.
that one, didn't I?
Freddy's running out of steam.
You could tell him good morning, beautiful.
Do you have any condoms?
Mikey P.
Mikey P, we only have one, so make it last. It's the condom.
Elise.
Oh no, Elise.
A good one.
Oh,
Gotta do a good one.
Elise. Let's see. Let's do one up here. Elise, I've written a story about a girl named Elise, and she, like so many poplars, she bloomed into, and then a flower came, and then I laid on the desk and I read it like I was in a piano bar to my entire high school class.
Amanda.
That's true, by the way.
Mm-hmm. You did that?
No, she did that.
Yeah. Amanda. I think that
He's running.
possibly I've run out of things, but Amanda, it's super easy. Just watch me do it. See my right hand? Amanda, why do you want to squander your talent?
And finally, Jimmy B.
Jimmy B, you get the blue ribbon for best YA.
Good job.
Good job, young artist.
He tried, you guys. I think he did so well.
I thought that was awesome.
That was a
Absolutely.
Herculean task.
A Herculean task.
I think I used Jervis twice.
It's all right. It doesn't matter.
Poor Jervis.
Well-
Dragged out to remind people who they are.
My beautiful listeners, until next week.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah.
And if your name is Aubrey, please be careful.
Yeah.
If your name is Dakota, understand that you're Aubrey.
And you deserve to go to the hospital if you need to.
It's okay. It's not just for rich people.
It's not.
I never pay my hospital bills.
And
Okay.
if you
Actually,
ever
the
wonder,
hospital, the ER is for poor people
Yeah.
in this country.
and if you ever wonder about like a unexplained injury you have, just assume that there's a twin out there.
Yeah, you got a twin.
It's
Yeah.
probably sympathetic injury.
Yeah,
Right.
and your mom's a crackhead and sold you to New McDonough.
And for everyone wearing glasses, I'm sorry you're blind.
It's sunglasses.
Just take them
yeah.
off.
Just take your face. Take them off.
So as soon as you take your sunglasses off, you can see.
Yeah, they just don't know.
Oh, it's magic. That's the only reason they're blind.
This has been
It's so
great.
dark.
All right, everybody.
It's a miracle.
Bye.
Hey, give me a little.